Hello, welcome back to SWAT model. Last time we saw how to describe or delineate our watershed. Here we can see we have created subbasins which are numbered. These areas are areas of highland, while these are lowland areas. And also we have stream networks, and here we have our outlet. So today we'll see how to create hydrological response units. So hydrological response units are simply collective units of similar land uses, similar soil and slope within the subbasins. So we are going to create hydrological response units in each subbasin. So to create hydrological response unit, click here, which is create HRUs. After clicking create HRUs, there will be a pop-up window that you will require to fill the important data for creating HRUs. Before creating HRUs, you need to provide land use map and soil map. And in each soil map and land use map, you need to provide the CSV or lookup tables for the land use map and soil map. Also, you need to provide land use and soil database, which provides the characteristics of the soil that you described in the soil map and the land use map. So let's go ahead and select the land use map. Here, go to the desktop where you saved your data, and you'll see a folder written land use. From here, select hdr.adf. Then we are going to provide a soil map. Also go to the desktop, and here you'll see soil. From here, select the folder hdr.adf. After selecting the soil map and land use map, you should provide the soil and land use map lookup tables. So let's start with land use table. So from here, we'll use a CSV file. So go ahead to the desktop, example dataset. So here you'll select a file written lowbit land uses, which is a CSV file. So open. So after we have loaded land use lookup table, let us go ahead and load soil lookup table. So go to the desktop, and here you'll find lowbit soil. So click that and load it. Then after we have loaded land use lookup table and soil lookup table, we need to provide user soil table. This user soil table describes the characteristics of the soil that we loaded, the soil map we loaded. So go ahead and use the CSV. From here you'll see user soil. So click that and open. After we have provided the land use map and its lookup table, soil map and its lookup table, as well as user soil and its lookup table, another important aspect is the slope. So normally here we do slope analysis, but for our case, in order to simplify the model, let us just select random values. So maybe type 4, 13. So if you make a mistake, you can clear and load another slope band. So in our last video of describing our watershed, we created a floodplain or the wetland. So normally we can choose to use it or not. So let us leave it. Here it's where we generate full HRUs shapefiles. So if you want to use the hydrological response unit as a shapefile, you can generate it from here. So let's go ahead and check that. So from there, just let's read. So normally, if you created landscape, it will ask you either you want to use it or not. so actually I will not prefer to use it. So it will load and the HRUs will appear in the map. So these are HRUs shapefiles that we generated in the creation of HRUs. So let's go ahead in the next step. So here you see the full HRUs count, that there are almost 431 HRUs. After generation of full HRUs, you may want to filter HRUs. So there are almost 5 ways to do this. The first one is by dominant land use, soil and slope, where the dominant land use, soil type and slope will be used to filter out the HRUs in each subbasin. Here it's where the dominant HRUs will be selected in each subbasin and the rest will be filtered out. Here you will filter by land use, soil and slope by their percentages. So if you select almost 7%, so those land use, soil type less than 7% will be filtered out. So the rest applies to other criteria. Here you will filter by the area in percentage. So the HRUs with a certain percent you select less than the total area of the watershed will be filtered out. Here the target number of HRUs you select yourself. For instance, here we have 431. So you select, you need how many HRUs, maybe 206. So let's just leave those which we created. So after you have filtered the HRUs, the next step is just to create the HRUs. So go ahead and click create HRUs. So here it will say HRUs, 91 HRUs formed within 91 channels in 9 subbasins. So you can go ahead and view the report from here, HRUs, and you can see the created HRUs. You can also view the created HRUs on our map canvas. So after we have created the HRUs, the third step of editing inputs and learning our model will be activated. So thank you guys for attending today's presentation and hope to see you in the next presentation.